For today's class, we're going to be using our box. We'll start with it on the floor, right side of your reformer, long box position, right up against the frame of the machine, and also pushed up right against your foot bar. We'll use a resistance band if you have one, but okay if you don't. And we'll also be using a ball. You can probably go through our exercises without a ball too, but I think it will be beneficial for this workout. We'll start on a red spring or a medium spring, and let's go headrest up. Lie down on your back, take your ball with you if you're using it, and just place that ball on your chest for a moment. Reach behind you, grab your long loops, and we're gonna hook our feet into those long loops, and then place that ball between your ankles. Send your legs up to the sky, hands down by your sides. Legs are straight, relax the shoulders, try to find a neutral spine, and inhale as you take the legs straight down. Point your toes and exhale as you take the legs back up. Nice and slow, flex to go down, and point to come back up. Legs are straight, gentle core warm up for now. Soft bend in the knees if you need it. And if you're working with a ball today, let's start to add a little bit of squeeze to it. So as you lift the legs, squeeze into that ball. Little release as you go down. Point the toes, squeeze and lift the legs. Flex the toes lower down. Good, continue moving, but if it's available to you, come to chest curl. Take hands behind head, everything else is the same. Let's do 3 more like this. Point, squeeze, and lift. 2. Go to an imprinted spine if that feels better on your lower back. Last 1. Squeeze and lift. Hold at the top. Bend your knees, find tabletop. Again, staying in chest curl if you can. Flex your toes, press both legs out to straight. Bend the knees, pull it into you. Press out. And bend it in. As you press out, squeeze into the ball if you have it. Bend the knees, come in. Here for 5. 4, deflating the abs as I exhale and draw the knees in. Last 2. Good, last 1. Send the legs out, bend the knees in, and then rest the head down for a moment. Send the legs straight up to the sky. We're gonna go for a bicycle pedal. So option to have head, neck, shoulders down, or take it right back up into your chest curl, hands behind head. Let's go forwards first. So legs lowered down to 45. Knees bend in towards the chest, and then kick straight up to the sky. Lower down to 45. Bend in towards the chest, and then kick straight up to the sky. There's a little hamstring stretch at the top of that. Bend it in. Send it to the sky 2 more times. Lower down. Bend knees to chest. Kick up to sky. Last 1, lower down. Bending into chest. Kicking up to sky. Pause at the top. From here, just reverse it. Start by bending the knees, maybe just to tabletop. Press straight out to 45 and then lift, lift, lift up to the ceiling. So we bend, press it long, lift up to the sky, and start again. We have 3. And lift, bend, extend out. Here's 2. Last time, bend, extend, lift to the ceiling, and then lower head, neck, shoulders, lower your arms, bend your knees into your chest, take a quick rest. Send those knees back out to tabletop. Externally rotate from the hips to find a frog position. If you have the ball, you'll squeeze those ankles into the ball. Come up into a chest curl, arms reaching long by your side body. Keep that frog or external rotation and send the legs out to straight, and then bend the knees back into you. Extend long and bend into you. So keep the external rotation. Squeeze the ankles into the ball, or maybe you're just squeezing your heels together. Let's go 4, 3, 2, Last one, extend the legs out, then bend your knees to that tabletop frog. From here, take your left arm, reach it through your inner thighs, right arm is still on the outside, twist towards that right knee. From here, give me little chest curls, up and up, up and up. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to the other side. Left arm outside of left thigh. Right arm through the inner thighs. Twisting chest towards left knee. We pulse up, 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 and up. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down through center. Bring the knees into the chest. Take the ball into your hands and rest. Let's put the ball down on the floor. Reach up, grab your straps, take them off your feet, hands into the short loops, knees to tabletop. We'll do a quick round of chest curls here. We're on a light spring for hands and straps. Let's inhale. On the exhale, press the palms straight down, coming into the chest curl if you can. And then lower head, neck, shoulders, arms go up. Same thing, exhale, press down. And lifting up. We got 6. And 5. Final 4, draw the abs in. Last 3. Give me just 2 more. Last one, taking that chest curl, rib to hip, hold it. Chest pulses, forward, forward, forward. Good, we got 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down, feet find the foot bar. Hang up those straps. Quickly make your way up to seated. We're gonna do a quick spring change. So all I want us to do is add on a second red spring or a second medium spring, and then you can lie back down on your back, grabbing your ball again if you have it. So once you have that ball, you're gonna place the ball between your knees, and you're gonna lower your headrest down if you had it up. Set your heels up on the foot bar, parallel, about hips distance apart, and bring your hands down by your side. From here, we're gonna take a couple rounds of bridging, starting with an articulating bridge, so our spine will roll up. Let's inhale. And on the exhale, begin to tuck the tailbone towards the hips, begin to curl the hips up towards the ribs, squeezing into that ball as your spine peels off the mat, finding the top of your bridge, and then reverse it to come down, upper back, middle, low, tailbone, rest at the bottom, same thing. Exhale, we squeeze into that ball, we tuck the tailbone, curl the hips up, and peel the spine off the mat. Really reach those knees and toes forward as you lift your hips to bridge, and then reverse it, come down, bone by bone. One more time like this. I really want you to think about pulling the hamstrings in towards the calf muscles to help you keep the carriage steady. Holding this bridge at the top, we're gonna pause for a moment with a flat back. From here, lower your hips halfway down and lift, halfway down and lift, just for 6, 5, squeeze the ball at the top, 4, and 3, 2, hold it up on 1, pause in that bridge, little hip pulses to the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll down, 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 finding your hips on the mat, taking the ball into your hands and reaching it to the ceiling. From here, let's go arches of the feet onto the foot bar, nice and wide in an external rotation. Try to plug the shoulders into the mat underneath you, but continue reaching the fingertips up. We'll work in a hinge bridge this time, so back is flat, it's gonna stay flat. Inhale, and on your exhale, press into the arches as you lift your hips up, and then lower the hips down. Spine moves in one piece, same thing again. Lift the hips, and lower all the way back down. As you lift, squeeze your hands into that ball And as you lower, release. Let's take 3 more. Make sure your neck and your jaw feels relaxed, not holding tension there. Lifting the hips up on 1. Let's hold that bridge at the top. Hold the ball in your right hand. Open the arms for hug a tree. Lift up, passing the ball to left hand and opening wide, hug a tree. So ball is passing between sides. Arms are moving together. And hips are staying lifted in bridge. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold the ball in your hands. Pulse the hips to the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower that flat back all the way to the mat. Come on home, walk the feet together. And you can place that ball down. Let's get it out of the way. Make your way up to seated, and we are going to move on. So once you're up, I want to go back down to a single red spring, and we're going to continue with our lower body work. So take your band, if you have it, and slide it up onto your legs. We'll go above the knees, around the thighs. Come onto your box. You should have it long ways on the right side of your reformer, and we'll come 4-point kneeling, hands to the front edge of the box, knees towards the back. So we're going to be working with our left leg first. That should be your leg that's closer to your reformer. Find a nice flat back, roll the shoulders away from the ears, and keep the abs engaged. Flex your toes, and let's draw that left heel up towards the sky, and then bend the knee, come back, knee to knee. Exhale, heel to sky, and bring it back in. Let's just go 6, 5, trying not to sway the back, 4, and 3, 2 more donkey kicks. Hold this last one at the top and give me little heel stamps to the ceiling. Good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, extend that left leg long, point the toe. Lower the left leg down, tap toes to floor, and lift. Lower and lift. Just for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift that leg, then bend the knee in, finding your box. Keep your right hand on the corner of the box, but take your left hand up to the foot bar. From here, scoot your right knee towards the middle of your box, but keep it towards the back. Left foot is coming up against the shoulder block, toes curled forward. Sink your weight slightly back, shifting away from the foot bar. Keep the left knee hovering, and give me a powerful press back into that shoulder block, pushing the carriage open. Bend the knee, slide it in. Big press back and in. Pressing back and in. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, back is still flat, 4, 3, 2, last one, press, bend it in, resting down for a second. Externally rotate so your heel comes against that shoulder block and your toes are lifted all the way off of your carriage. Make sure the left knee is lifted, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Exhale, big press, back, bend it in. Back, bend it in. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, bend it in, come back to parallel, and rest that knee down. Bring both knees onto the box. Bring both hands onto the box. Step your toes down onto the floor behind you, finding a plank position, and then just pike those hips to the sky, finding downward dog. Give yourself a moment to stretch, pedaling out the feet, opening the shoulders, and then come right back to 4-point kneeling on the box. We'll do a quick spring change from here. So I want you to come to a blue spring or a light spring. And then we'll find a little bit of a rotation here in the upper body. So I want your left hand to come to the front center of the box. And I want your right hand to come to the right side of the box. So we're kind of splitting hands over the right side corner, if that makes sense. Take your left foot right up against that shoulder block again, toes curled forward. Press that left leg all the way back and shift your weight slightly backwards so shoulders are behind wrists. From here, placing weight into your hands, can you take that right ankle and cross it behind your left, hitting your plank. From here, let's stay strong in the upper body and pike the hips to the ceiling. Lower right back down. Exhale, pike it up, tuck the chin, and lower down. Last 3. Last 2, stay in control of that spring. Last 1, give me that pike. Lower down into your plank. Can you stay here and give me 5 scooters to finish? Both knees bend and extend. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Press it out. Uncross the ankles, bring the right knee onto the box. Bring your left hand up to the foot bar and bend the left knee in. Let's close that carriage. Bring both knees onto that box. Roll out your wrist for a moment. Before we go to the other side, we'll do a little bit of work without our box. But you can keep your band on if you're using it. It won't get in your way. Come on up to kneeling. Facing your foot bar, I want your feet to be able to slide through the shoulder blocks, and you will just sit down onto your heels. Knees together. Reach behind you. Grab your short loops. From here, we're going to push those arms straight out, reach them up overhead, and hinge the chest forward, keeping biceps close to ears. Bring the thumbs and forefingers together to create a sort of diamond shape, and try to rotate your elbow points so that they face forward at your foot bar. Go into your tricep bends, elbows bend back, and then press forward. Bend back, and press forward. Keep it narrow. We have 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, pressing out to straight on 1, can you pause? Can you put both of your straps into your right hand and bring the left hand down onto your hip? From here, let's go single arm. Tricep bends through that right arm just for 3, bending nice and slow. 2, chest is still leaning forward. Give me 1 more. Press it out long. Switch it over. Left hand takes over both of those short loops. Right hand comes to hip. Bending back into your tricep bend just for 3. And 2. 1 more, pressing out long. Let's split those ropes and bring the arms down by your sides. Roll out your shoulders and keep your hands in those short loops. We're going to continue on. So keeping knees together and feet kind of through the shoulder blocks, come on up to a high kneel. Now with the knees closer together like this, it's going to be a little bit trickier to balance. So make sure that you're moving slow as we start to move our arms here and you're not going to jerk the carriage forward. Relax your shoulders and lift your arms up nice and wide, preparing for hug a tree. Again, roll the shoulders down your back. Inhale. On your exhale, let's rack the arms in front of the chest and open nice and slow. Exhale, wrap. and open. So this is an arm movement that we have already taken in our bridge earlier. Just adding some resistance and some balance to it now. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Final 2. One more. Open the arms, let them rest by your sides, and have a seat down onto your heels. Hang those straps up. So we are going to continue moving here. I want to do a little bit of work with long box on the reformer. So switch to a red spring. Take the blue spring off. We're on one medium. Come on off of your machine, grab your box, and just pop it up into a long box position right against your shoulder blocks. Again, band can stay on, it's not in your way. Lie down on your stomach, facing towards your foot bar. Legs extend long behind you. Line up your armpits with the front corners of the box. Place the heels of your hands onto the foot bar. Lengthen the back of your neck. Eyes look down at your springs. Point your toes and find a gentle lift through the back body. Press the arms out nice and long. And then bend the elbows in, bending wide. Press out long and bend it in. So anchor your front hip points onto the mat. Squeeze the glute muscles and slightly lift your heels. Try to lift the abs away from the box. Back of neck stays long. Two more. On this last one, press the arms out to straight, hold it long. We're going to go into our swan, pressing the hands down into the foot bar, keeping the arms straight. Start to lift your heart, lift your eyes, lift your gaze. Roll the shoulders down the back as you peel your spine up. And then lower down nice and slow. And again, coming up to swan, shoulders roll down the back. Heart lifts, eyes lift. Lowering down. 2 more times, swan up. Should feel good. Slowly take it down. 1 more time for that swan. Lower down, down, down. And bend the elbows, come on home. Press your way up to 4-point kneeling on your box, and then turn around to have a seat, feet on your headrest. So we're facing towards our back risers now. Reach down, grab your straps, reach up, holding on all the way at your black tapes or your knots or your hardware, and relax the shoulders. Inhale. On your exhale, let's take a roll down, tucking the chin, scooping the belly in, C-curving the spine, and just rolling about halfway back. Keeping that C-curve as you roll up, and stacking the spine at the very end. Same thing, roll it down. And roll it up. Last time like this, C-curve, scoop the abs in, feet stay flat on that headrest. Take it all the way up. And for our next couple, if you'd like to take it all the way down, you can do that. C-curving the spine all the way. The spine begins to melt all the way down onto the box until the head, neck, and shoulders can melt all the way over the back edge of the box. Big full body stretch here. On your next exhale, let the chin come to the chest. Scoop the abs in, reach those arms forward, and restack your spine at the top. Let's just do 1 more like that. Rolling back, back, back. If it's in your practice, take it all the way back. Spine melting onto the mat until the head, neck, and shoulders can melt over the edge of the box. Full body stretch. Stay for a second. And your next exhale is going to bring you up. Scooping the abs in, rolling up, 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 and stacking spine tall. Good. Switch your hands into the short loops. We've got 1 more thing to do here. Reach the arms out in front of you. Back is flat, hinge back to a place that you can hold. From here, let's bicep curl for 8, 7, 6, keep the elbows high, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and on 1, let's hold the bicep curled, hold the elbows at a 90-degree bend. Can you sit all the way up without changing the bend in your arms, and then sit all the way back or hinge all the way back without changing the bend in your arms? So hinge back and hinge forward. Biceps, hold the work. Go for 3, 2. Last one, take it back. Sitting all the way up, extend the arms. Rest, roll out the shoulders, hang the straps up, and step down to the opposite side of your reformer, the side we haven't worked on yet, because we're gonna take this box and we're gonna bring it down to the other side. So we're flush to the reformer and we're right up against the foot bar. We are still on our red spring, and if you have a band, it's still around your thighs. Okay, come on down to your box. 4-point kneeling position, hands to the front corners, knees shifted towards the back, and find a flat back. Roll the shoulders out of the ears, lengthen the back of your neck. Flex the toes. We should be working our right leg this time, so that should be the leg that is closest to your reformer. Starting with donkey kicks, we press the right heel to the sky and then pull the knee back down. Exhale, draw the heel up and right back down. We've just got 6, 5. So remember, if you have not been working with the resistance band this whole time, that's okay. You can keep going. We're just adding that little extra bit of power to our workout with the band. On this last one, hold the heel to the ceiling and give me little pulses up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold it up on 1. Extend the right leg long and point the toes. From here, tap the toes down and a straight leg kick up and down, up and down. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, lift. Bend the knee in and find that box. Let's reset. So we're gonna bring our right hand up onto the foot bar, and we're gonna scooch our left knee a little bit closer to the center line of the box, but keeping everything shifted towards the back of the box. Right foot comes up onto your nearest shoulder block, toes curled forward, right knee hovers off of the mat. Shift your weight slightly back away from that foot bar and give me a big, powerful press back through the right leg. And draw it in. Keep the weight shifted back as you press and draw it in. So we're kind of bracing this movement with the hand on the foot bar and the hand on the box. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, press it out. Draw it in. Quick reset, we are externally rotating. So right heel comes up against the foot bar. Toes can stay off of the carriage. Knee comes off the carriage, and we start again. Exhale, press back, bend it in. Press back, bend it in. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, stay strong, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Press it back, bend it in, slowly come down and bring both knees to your box. Bring both hands to your box, and then step your feet to the floor behind you, finding a plank, and then immediately taking it to a downward dog. Give yourself a little stretch. Okay, we've got to finish this set with our plank, so bring it back to 4-point kneeling. Switch yourself over to a blue spring or a light spring. And we've got to make a quick adjustment to our hands. So I want your right hand to come to the center edge of your box, the front edge, and the left hand to come to the left side of the box. From here, take your right foot up against the shoulder block and press it all the way back, giving yourself some space. Shift your weight back away from your wrists. And then from here, can you draw that left knee off the box and cross the left ankle behind the right, finding your plank. From here, we're gonna pike it. Exhale, pike, and lower down. Exhale, pike, and lower down. Stay in control of the spring. You got 3, 2, 1 more. Pike it up, hit your plank, stay here if you can. We've got double knee scooters. Both knees bend, press it long, bend, press it long. Just for 3, 2, 1 more, press it back. Bring your left knee onto that box. Bring your right hand up to the foot bar, squaring off your shoulders. And then bend the back knee in, closing the carriage. Nice job. Bring it back to 4-point kneeling. All right, so for the first time, we're gonna take this band off, and we are totally done using it, so you can leave it out of your way. We're gonna stay on our single blue spring, or our light spring, and we're coming into the well behind your carriage, facing towards the front end of your reformer. Separate your feet to about hips distance apart. Circle your arms up to the ceiling with a big inhale, and on your exhale, roll forward and reach for those shoulder blocks, hooking your hands over the front of them. Take your feet about a half step back, enough so that you can fully lengthen your spine. From here, can you bend your knees into a nice deep squat and lift your chin up? Stay in this squat. Bend your elbows, pulling the shoulder blocks into you, and then slowly letting the carriage ride out. Bend the elbows, pull in, and reach back out. Feel this in your shoulder blades as you pull back. Draw the abs in away from the thighs. And keep the chest lifted. Just give me 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and hold it in, hold it tight. From here, can you pulse down into the legs, down into the legs. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, reach the carriage forward, take it down into your kind of modified downward dog. Stay here for a moment, reach the left hand underneath the right, and take a nice twist. I'm just resting my left forearm on the rail of my reformer, twisting open that chest. And then take it to the other side. Left hand comes back to the shoulder block, right arm reaches under the left, resting the forearm on the rail of the reformer and really twisting the chest open. Take it back to center. Walk your feet maybe a half step or a full step forward. Keep your head heavy and just begin to restack your spine, building up to straight, allowing the fingertips to release from the shoulder blocks. Your head, neck, and shoulders will be the very last thing to get to the top, and roll those shoulders back at the top. Once you're standing, you are all done. That's all I've got for today. If you got through the workout, thank you for watching. You can like the video, you can comment on the video, you can subscribe to the channel. Those are all really helpful for me and I appreciate you. So I'll see you next time.